In this video, we're going to be talking about assessment, how we're going to assess the course. Not assess the students, but assess the course. We have promised to change the course according to this assessment report form, SLO1. Now you notice that one of the learning outcomes of the course is that students will be able to identify the steps to avoid academic probation. And one of the targets, performance targets, are that at least 70% of students in 10 sections of the SGSC 1000 course will earn at least a score of 70 scored against the rubric. Well, we've changed that because we thought that that was insufficient. Last year we exceeded the target, but we thought that performance expectations for this target should be heightened considering the importance to student success of the consequences of academic probation. So here's what we promised for the fall of 2015. This is what you'll be doing. In fall 2015, students will be asked to discuss the rubric in class with one another as reinforcement of the information contained therein. At least 80% of the students who complete the exam will be expected to score a 75 or higher on the essay, scored according to the existing rubric. A sample of 10 sections across all instructional sites of the institution will be measured in the fall, 6 in Douglas, 2 in Waycross, and 1 each at the entry programs with data disaggregated by site. So that's going to involve you in the participation with the assessment. So the way in which we're going to discuss the rubric is with a voice thread. And the voice thread will give your students practice using VoiceThread, which will stand them in good stead when they get to Module 3 of the course on the Common Reader for the course. So if we go back to the home page of the course, we can see that on the syllabus there is a reference to this assessment down here. Week 1, students will be able to identify the steps to avoid academic probation. Students will complete an in-class essay described in Week 1 based upon a rubric. And again, if you click on this link, you get to the rubric, as you can see. So students will be discussing the first 2 paragraphs of the rubric in class or on the voice thread before they actually take the test during the second week of the semester. They actually write an essay the second week of the semester fulfilling this rubric. But before they do that, they discuss the rubric on the voice thread. And they'll have to discuss the meaning of these first 2 paragraphs, because it's only by fulfilling the expectations in these first 2 paragraphs will they be able to get an 80 to 89 or a 90 to a 100. So if we go back to the syllabus, you see that there's a link to the explanation of the voice thread discussion. You will discuss the rubric in class, that is, the students will, with one another before the day that they write the essay. So this has to be done before the second week of class. The discussion can take place in class or online via voice thread discussion, whichever mode of discussion your instructor decides to use. So you as an instructor can decide on this. Whatever the discussion mode, you will thereby help your fellow students understand the meaning of one section of the rubric of your choice in language that you think is more understandable to your fellow students than the language of the rubric. In other words, you'll take a section of the rubric, one of the first 2 sections, and explain its meaning in your own words, not in the words of the rubric. So if we click on via a voice thread discussion, I want to explain how you post to the, and as you can see, when you open the voice thread, I explain how you post to the voice thread. And so the students will take this and they will comment on it. They will comment on the first 2 paragraphs, either one or both, I suppose, by opening up the voice thread in the middle and choosing the icon for the microphone or the telephone, depending upon how they want to leave their voice comment. And when they leave their voice comment, of course, if they use the microphone icon, they have to have a microphone attached to the computer. By leaving a voice thread comment, their voice thread comment will appear over on the left side of the screen. So again, if they listen to this voice thread, they will be able to know what they need to do with it. So let's listen for a second. Voice thread so that your comments will be graded. This is the rubric for the Class 2 essay. What you need to do is you need to click on the icon, or the microphone icon, I should say, which is available at the center bottom of the page. You click on that, and you click on the microphone icon, and then you can speak and leave a voice thread comment. You also have a pencil icon which you can choose, and you can circle the part of the rubric that you're going to talk about. Okay, so again, the student can listen to the entire voice thread, but you'll need to alert them to this link from the syllabus. And then at the end of the course, you will provide the data to me for the students in your course. You will probably need to provide me the link to your voice thread, and you will then also need to provide the grades that the student made on the essay. And then we'll tabulate them and have the data for the assessment.